In a night of letting loose, fueled by alcohol and darkness, a girl named Lu Su got caught up in a whirlwind of emotions with a man named Xing Chun. The strong scent of liquor filled the air, blending with their racing heartbeats as they lost themselves in a passionate kiss. Startled awake, Lu Su heard Xing Chun refer to her as a customer. She remembered losing her composure a bit at the bar last night. She went back to find her glasses, but someone stole them. Lu Su caught the thief red-handed, but he still tried to deny it. Xing Chun realized he'd grabbed the wrong pair and felt it was fate that they used the same model of glasses. Just then, a girl behind him wondered if Xing Chun was seeing a new customer. Lu Su apologized, saying she didn't want to associate with a playboy, but she didn't expect that she was that thirsty to sleep with him. Planning a quick escape, Lu Su suddenly realized she was wearing Xing Chun's clothes. She went back to borrow some clothes temporarily and casually asked if he was a young master. In Chinese, the term young master implied playboy, but Xing Chun took it literally, saying he didn't like being called young master. He advised her not to drink too much next time she went out. Lu Su wondered how Xing Chun would make money if she didn't drink much. He said selling alcohol didn't bring in much, it was mainly the accompanying services. His motto was to always make every customer happy. Lu Su hoped he offered a service to keep customer information confidential. Outside, Lu Su went back to being herself. She was beautiful and talented, and had been single for many years. She founded a popular jewelry brand, always pursuing the taste of success. In contrast to Lu Su's busy life, Xing Chun leisurely groomed a horse. He was worried that he'd worked hard all night and even lost a set of clothes. Answering a call from her best friend, Bao Zhou, Lu Su said she'd had a run-in with a playboy. Bao Zhou was shocked and immediately thought of a way to rescue her friend. She promised to introduce Lu Su to some real young masters at the engagement party. But Lu Su wasn't interested because she only loved money. Just then, Bao Zhou's fiancé, Jianhua, assured her that his son from a previous marriage would attend the engagement. On the other side of the story, Jianhua's assistant, Mo Li, came to invite his young master to choose a formal outfit. It turned out that Xing Chun was Jianhua's son and also the heir to the Xing Han group. He had just returned from abroad and didn't want to attend his father's second wedding. Assistant Mo said that the guests were all important people, so the young master shouldn't embarrass the boss. At the engagement party, Xing Chun dragged along his best friend, Shi Yao. They wanted to play the role of careless young masters to defeat the gold-digging stepmother. Over here, Lu Su came to congratulate her best friend. Bao Zhou criticized Lu Su for not dressing up, so she encouraged her friend to change into her party dress. Hearing that stepmother wore a long black dress with pearls, Xing Chun planned to embarrass her in front of the audience. Lu Su accidentally stepped on the dress and fell into Xing Chun's arms. She pretended not to know him, but he couldn't forget the girl he'd spent all night taking care of. Lu Su guessed they mistook her for Bao Zhou, so she suggested becoming friends first. She transferred 50,000 yuan, considering it payment for the clothes from the other day. She knew Xing Chun worked hard, but that's all he was worth. Seeing Xing Chun following her, Lu Su asked if he thought it wasn't enough money. He wondered if she thought of him as a playboy, and that's why she was paying him off to keep his mouth shut. Lu Su corrected herself, saying she was drunk that night and didn't remember anything. Just then, they ran into his father. Xing Chun asked if this was the gold-digging stepmother. Jianhua introduced the person next to him as Bao Zhou. Xing Chun mistakenly thought Lu Su was the stepmother, while she misunderstood him as a playboy. Moreover, she accidentally slept with her best friend's stepson. He sarcastically commented on the two best friends, one finding a rich husband, the other finding a playboy. Lu Su quickly pulled Xing Chun aside, hoping he'd erase all memories of that night. Besides, her friend had loved his father for over 5 years, so she was definitely not a gold digger. She criticized him for thinking narrowly, angry, and helpless, saying his qualities were even more mediocre than a playboy's. Xing Chun was speechless and started remembering everything that happened that night. He went to the bathroom and was surprised to see her passed out next to the toilet. Afraid it would affect his bar, he had no choice but to take her home. Unexpectedly, Lu Su threw up all over the house, causing Shi Yao to run away. Xing Chun saw Lu Su step on the puddle of vomit from before, so he had to carry her to wash her feet. But Lu Su wouldn't listen, and even threatened to sue him and the bar's alcohol. Xing Chun guessed she thought she'd slept with him. Back home, Xing Chun reviewed the security footage from that night, and he discovered that someone had put something in Lu Su's drink. The next day, the online community was in an uproar because JL's latest jewelry design was too outdated. Lu Su questioned why the new product design had been leaked. She told her staff to sue all the channels that posted slanderous articles, and to come up with a solution within half a day. Just then, Xing Chun came to find Lu Su. It turned out that Bao Zhou had recommended her stepson to work at her best friend's company. She said her husband was forcing his son to return to the corporation. But Xing-chun refused to listen. Hearing her husband sighing and complaining, she had no choice but to suggest that her son intern at Lu Su's company. Bao Zhou asked her best friend for a favor for 2 months, waiting for her to complete the wedding. Lu Su gave Xing-chun 3 chances as a secretary. If he made a mistake, he would have to leave the company. Waiting for the boss to turn back and look at him, Xing-chun obediently submitted his resume. Lu Su demanded that the staff quickly leave her chair. Xing-chun moved closer, asking what else he needed to do. Lu Su was flustered, telling him to keep his distance from her. Xing-chun was about to explain what happened that night, but Lu Su didn't want to hear another word. If Xing-chun talked too much, she would spread rumors that he was very mediocre. Lu Su told Xing-chun that if he wanted to stay at the company, he had to give up his identity as a wealthy young master. He was only a secretary, he couldn't question orders, and he wasn't allowed to flirt with colleagues. Lu Su, is that what you think of me? Aren't you going to look at my resume to see that I'm actually not mediocre? Lu Su called her assistant, Xiao Lu, to quickly arrange a separate seat for Secretary Lu. She thought she must have created bad karma to have such bad luck. Outside, Lu Su saw Xing-chun gossiping with a colleague. Afraid he would speak badly about her, she quickly asked him to pour her a glass of water. He had just read online comments criticizing the collection as terrible. Lu Su thought a secretary should learn how to be quiet when necessary. Xing-chun saw the boss frowning and guessed she was going through menopause. Lu Su angrily told him not to cross the line in the middle of the floor. In addition, he wasn't allowed to judge others casually. After hearing about his best friend's internship, Shi Yao guessed that Xing-chun had met his match, but he didn't understand why Xing-chun was working there so obediently. Over here, Lu Su went to see a psychologist. She wanted to get some tranquilizers because she'd been having nightmares lately. Doctor Yu knew about the Tin High product line being leaked and advised Lu Su not to shoulder everything alone because too much pressure could easily cause the illness to recur frequently. The next day, Lu Su directly addressed the rumors. She was very sorry that the new jewelry collection had been leaked ahead of schedule, but the mysterious designer behind the collection had passed away last week. Therefore, the company was rushing to make adjustments so that the public could see the true meaning of the work. Arriving to find the young master, Mo Li reported that Shi Yao had been arrested and taken to GL Company. They accused Shi Yao of copyright infringement, posting drafts of the product line on social media. Xing-chun rushed to ask Xiao Lu, did the designer really pass away? Seeing her nod, he was so heartbroken that he couldn't breathe. After calming down, Xing-chun admitted that he used his friend's account to post a notice looking for the designer, which included the original drafts of the product line. Lu Su came to the company and called Xing-chun into the office. She questioned why he had the original drafts. Xing-chun apologized, saying he only wanted to find the person, but since she was gone, he had to keep the drawings as a souvenir. Assistant Mo thought there was a misunderstanding, but Lu Su needed someone to take responsibility for the company's losses. Xing-chun took responsibility, but Lu Su thought he was worthless. Xing-chun criticized JL for only having a pretty facade, and the boss was arrogant and looked down on people. He proactively resigned, not needing her to unilaterally fire him. Back home, Xing-chun grumbled that Lu Su was too stubborn. The draft had been leaked a long time ago, but she still had to get the original draft. Bao Zhou asked her stepson what exactly happened. Assistant Mo said that the young master had posted a notice looking for the designer, and also attached the original drafts of the work. Bao Zhou didn't even bother to show respect, blaming Xing-chun for causing her best friend misery. She questioned why he had draft drawn by Lu Su. Xing-chun was shocked and frantically ran to find Lu Su. Meanwhile, Lu Su was lost in thought, remembering that she had received an email reporting that the person who inspired her to design the work had passed away due to riots. Arriving at the company, Xing-chun was hesitant to see Lu Su. It turned out that Xing-chun had been bullied when he was little. At that time, Lu Su appeared like a spring breeze, dispelling all the gloom around him. She chased away the bullies, leaving behind the drawing. But this time, her clear face was deeply imprinted in his heart. Lu Su, why did you say the designer had passed away? You once interned and happened to save a child from a group of thugs. That boy was me, and I picked up your drawing. I just wanted to find you, but I didn't expect it would cause such a stir. Lu Su demanded the draft back and didn't remember the incident from years ago. Sister, look at me. Xing-chun saw Lu Su's cold expression and guessed that she exaggerated the story of the designer's death to divert public opinion. Lu Su warned Xing-chun not to cause her any more trouble. She was only putting up with him again and again out of respect for her best friend. Xing-chun, get out of my sight. Xing-chun's eyes were full of disappointment, still not believing that Lu Su didn't remember him. He was heartbroken that he hadn't had a chance to thank her, and now she hated him so much. He looked at assistant Mo and thought about Lu Su's cold-blooded demeanor. He suspected that his stepmother was colluding with Lu Su to deceive him. At the orphanage, Lu Su reported that she had to go on a business trip for a month. The director instructed her to focus on her work and not to come here every few days. But Lu Su didn't forget that the director had raised her with her own hands. She called to urge her best friend to quickly bring gifts for her to give to the children. Just then, Bao Zhou came to see Xing Chun. She agreed to take pity and help her stepson get back to Lu Su's side. She revealed that her friend only admired 3 types of people. One is talented, the second has perseverance, and finally, they must be kind. In return, Bao Zhou wanted her son to attend the wedding. She admitted that she not only craved money, but also craved to give Xing Chun a fair-skinned younger sibling, replacing his stepmother in bringing the gifts to the orphanage. Xing Chun hoped to win back Lu Su. Shi Yao wondered, "Xing Chun, do you like Lu Su?" Xing Chun denied it, saying he only owed her a debt of gratitude. But when his best friend wanted to flirt with Lu Su, he didn't allow it. Entering to see Lu Su, Xing Chun accidentally tripped. She quickly grabbed the hem of his shirt, but was also pulled down. The unexpected fall shortened the distance between them to inches, and their hearts were pounding because of it. Lu Su asked Xing Chun, "Why are you here?" He said his stepmother asked him to bring gifts for the children. Shi Yao asked for permission to interrupt in order to get acquainted with the beautiful lady. Xing Chun didn't allow his best friend to call her sister and also didn't let him shake hands with Lu Su. After giving out fruit to the little ones, Xing Chun finally got to see the relaxed smile on Lu Su's face. He remembered his stepmother taking him to see Lu Su's psychologist to prove that she had drawn the design. The doctor said that Lu Su's psychology was very sensitive due to the pressure of work. Bao Zhou said that at the time Lu Su lost the designs, she was also enduring discrimination and oppression in the workplace. "Lu Su, I'm sorry for leaking the designs, but I really didn't mean to, so please give me another chance. I used to study jewelry design abroad, and I received a full scholarship for 4 consecutive years. So I want to use my ability to take responsibility for you and the company." Lu Su told Xing Chun to atone for his mistakes by designing a necklace with an ocean theme. During the time the boss was on a business trip, Xing Chun worked hard to create. He attentively listened to Assistant Mo's lectures on business administration, but secretly designed and texted Han Lu. Every day, Xing Chun sent a lot of messages to Lu Su. He asked the boss what she was doing, blamed her for not replying to messages, and even showed off his design ideas while brushing his teeth. "Boss, where are you?" Lu Su realized that she was unconsciously smiling foolishly. She told herself to stay sober-minded, but it was hard to resist the cuteness of him. Hearing intelligence that Lu Su was returning, Xing Chun finally obediently attended the business conference. In the meantime, more than 10 large enterprises were discussing investment directions. They wanted to turn the tourist area into a shopping complex. But Lu Su was afraid of losing its cultural identity. She thought they shouldn't prioritize profits and miss the opportunity to build a soul for the city. General Manager Lin praised Lu Su as a living bodhisattva, but said that culture was intangible. Just then, Xing Chun walked in, recognizing that General Manager Lin had bought comments to slander the product line. Mo Li introduced him, saying that young boss Lu represents the Xing Han group. Xing Chun was curious. Did General Manager Lin have a hand in it with Lu Su? He had a contract showing that General Manager Lin hired someone to slander GL Company on social media. If General Manager Lin didn't admit it, he would ask the press outside to verify it. In addition, Xing Chun thought the city had a unique culture that would definitely attract potential tourists. But instead of focusing on development, the business community was dividing into factions for personal gain. General Manager Lin used the excuse of a busy meeting to ask to leave first. Meeting Xing Chun privately, Lu Su asked how he got the contract. Xing Chun revealed that he relied on the power of money. "Sister, how are you going to thank me?" Xing Chun pulled Lu Su close to his chest, causing her to be flustered. She accused him of daring to pull her and said she would deal with him at the company. Early in the morning, Xing Chun suddenly remembered he had to go to work. He quickly sped off his car to make it in time for clocking in. He greeted the boss with a gasp, "Good morning." Looking at Xing Chun's drawing, the colleagues didn't expect that the young master also knew how to design jewelry. Xing Chun revealed that the key point wasn't the style, but the materials. He wanted to use recycled materials, for example, marine aluminum refined from old fishing boats, and marine glass that feels like gemstones. All of this created his work called Deep Sea Tier. However, Lu Su thought that eco-friendly materials lacked aesthetics. Xing Chun thought the visual effect was the same. Even high-end diamonds weren't as meaningful as recycled precious metals. Hearing a colleague say that revenue was declining due to the declining marriage rate, Xing Chun suggested focusing on promoting the radiance of women. But Xiao Lu said that the boss always promoted jewelry designs about love. Xingchen didn't expect that an independent person like Lu Su would believe in love. He secretly looked at the boss and was caught, so she told him to focus on his work. After work, meeting Mo Li picking up the young master, Lu Su asked to say a few words to him. She heard from the staff that General Manager Lin's Heart's Desire jewelry stall was deliberately competing maliciously with JL, so she hoped that the Xinghan Shopping Center would sign an exclusive contract for JL. And Mo Li was afraid it wouldn't be in accordance with the rules, but promised to report the tricks of Heart's Desire jewelry. Xing Chun took the opportunity to tell Mo Li not to pick him up, because he was now just a small secretary. Taking the boss to a coffee shop, Xing Chun chose her favorite flavor. Lu Su thanked Xing Chun for investigating the dirty tricks of Heart's Desire jewelry. She admitted that she didn't have a good impression of him before, but after hearing his design ideas, she knew that he was very dedicated to his work. Xing Chun, welcome to officially join JL. Xing Chun agreed to let go of the past and embrace new things. Lu Su clarified, I just want to be comfortable discussing work in the future. Xing Chun laughed because nothing happened that night. He only helped Lu Su wash her feet and then asked someone else to change her clothes for her. Lu Su held Xing Chun accountable for daring to deceive her for so long. The next day, Xing Chun heard that the largest diamond supplier was on Horse Island. She praised him for being dedicated, so she let him come along. Arriving on Horse Island, Xing Chun proactively started a conversation with General Manager Jing. He heard General Manager Jing call him Boss Xiao Lu, so he introduced himself as JL's secretary. He hoped that General Manager Jing would give his boss a chance to talk. Lu Su knew that General Manager Jing had just taken over his father's mine, so he didn't have a fixed partner yet. He remembered that he had met Lu Su before and was very impressed with her, so he suggested we could take it a step further besides work. Lu Su refused, saying that she always separates public and private matters. If he didn't trust JL's ability, she would consider other suppliers. General Manager Jing praised Lu Su's character, hoping to cooperate happily with her. He thanked Boss Xiao Lu for giving him the opportunity to meet an interesting girl, taking the boss to the beach. Xing Chen asked her why she temporarily put aside the product line. Lu Su said that 10 years ago, she met a female reporter abroad. They talked very well and became close friends. After the country broke out in war, she went to the front lines. Lu Su learned about the brutality of bombs and bullets through her new best friend, so she used feathers to symbolize peace to design the product line. But recently, she received news that her friend had sacrificed herself on the battlefield. Taking advantage of coming to Horse Island, Xing Chun wanted to ride horses with Lu Su. He guessed that she was afraid, but people weren't always strong. She clarified that she was already raising a small horse, which was him. Xing Chun held the horse steady so that Lu Su could step onto its back. She realized that looking at things from above was indeed very different. Xing Chun sat close behind, his hands firmly gripping the reins. He was not only maintaining balance, but also grasping a part of the world of the girl in front of him. Sister, let me give you a taste of freedom. Life is full of uncertainties that make people constantly doubt and feel precarious. But the feeling of tightly holding the reins in hand immediately soothed that bewildered heart. Xing Chun looked up at the girl who radiated a strong aura like the sunlight, and an uncontrollable emotion surged in his heart. He suddenly pulled Lu Su down and gave her a sincere kiss, as if his heart was responding to the call of freedom. Back home, Xing Chun didn't expect that he kissed the boss. Shi Yao remembered his best friend once saying that he only regarded her as a benefactor. Xing Chun was afraid that Lu Su would accuse him of being a hooligan, but his worries couldn't stop the joy that was surging in his heart. Over here, Lu Su was also lingering on Xing Chen's lips. She told herself to stay sober-minded because that kiss didn't mean anything. Xing Chun was singing and dancing, while Lu Su kept drinking alcohol to forget that soft lip. After a sleepless night, they both brought panda eyes to the company. Lu Su quickly called a meeting, asking about the advertising plan. Xiao Lu investigated that many entrepreneurs had appeared in advertisements recently, so the communications department had planned for the boss to be the character. Lu Su wasn't used to it, so she told her assistant to find a professional model. Xiao Lu guessed that the boss looked haggard because of her period. Xing Chun overheard and immediately prepared dried dates and brown sugar for Lu Su. She didn't expect that he also believed her lie. After seeing Lu Su home, Xing Chun asked to come in for a drink of water. Xing Chun discovered that Lu Su's house had a view of the lighthouse. She asked, "Don't you think the light from the lighthouse looks like the shape of hope?" Lu Su's words made Xing Chen's heart suddenly pound. "Lu Su, I like you. Even though you sometimes look very fierce, I still can't stop liking you." Lu Su didn't wait for Xing Chun to finish a sentence and couldn't help but take the initiative to kiss him. Xing Chun didn't hesitate anymore and immediately picked her up and put her on the sofa. With the sparkling light from the lighthouse, their kiss became intense and passionate. She took the initiative to get closer, as if she wanted to unleash all the emotions churning in her heart. They let themselves be swept away by the tide of passion, with no turning back. Early in the morning, Xing-chun thought the boss had gone to work, but she was standing right behind him and had already prepared breakfast. She gave him half a day off to go home and change clothes. "Lu-su, have you forgotten something?" Lu-su stood on tiptoe and placed a sweet kiss on Xing-chun's lips. He accused Boss Lu of being a hooligan because he was only reminding her that she forgot to apply medicine. He put a bandage on her cheek to prevent infection. She was embarrassed and quickly excused herself to go to work first. Waiting for her best friend to arrive at the company, Bao Zhou demanded an explanation. Lu-su admitted that she had just slept with Xing-chun, and moreover, she had misunderstood that he was a playboy. Bao Zhou didn't expect her best friend to hide it from her until now. Lu-su was afraid that Bao Zhou would be angry because she was ambiguous with her husband's son. But Bao Zhou thought that love was free, and she was only angry that her best friend kept it a secret. She hoped that Xing-chun would marry Lu-su to avoid mother-in-law conflicts in the future. Lu-su asked her best friend to keep a secret because she hadn't confirmed her relationship with Xing-chun yet. Arriving at the company, Xing-chun saw Lu-su as if she were out of her mind. She didn't want to mention the issue of status yet, so she changed the subject to the new design. "Boss, we're in this ambiguous relationship, and you still have the mind to talk about work?" Lu-su was disappointed because Xing-chun was still calling her boss, but she was afraid it would be embarrassing to demand status first. Xing-chun suddenly pinned Lu-su against the wall, eager to feel her sweet lips again. Just then, Xiaolu came in to report, pretending not to see anything. Lu-su suggested that Xing-chun quit his job to avoid spreading gossip throughout the company. "Lu-su, are you willing to be away from me?" Lu-su pushed Xing-chun out to work, telling herself that she had to wait for him to open his mouth to confirm the relationship first. Waiting for her to finish work, Xing-chun followed Lu-su home. She couldn't stand it anymore and asked, "What is our relationship after all?" "Lu-su, it depends on your decision." But she secretly blamed him for not proactively confirming their love relationship. "Xing-chun, we have a one-night stand relationship." Xing-chun was stunned and had to step back to let her go home. He didn't expect her to see him as nothing more than a playboy. Back home, Xing-chun only knew how to drink to relieve his sorrow. Over here, Lu-su blamed herself for being a bit too harsh, but he didn't refute it, tacitly acknowledging that they were just in a one-night stand relationship. Arriving to see the psychologist, Lu-su admitted that the more she cared about something, the more she wanted to run away from it. Dr. Yu advised her, "Don't worry about revealing your weaknesses, because everything in this world cannot be perfect, because the wounds of separation from childhood make her afraid of being abandoned again. But if excessive self-defense becomes a habit, it will be difficult for her to open her mouth and say what's really on her mind." On the way home, Lu-su suddenly heard a familiar voice calling. "Lu-su, we meet again. I've been thinking all night and finally understand that you want an official confession. Lu-su, I don't want us to just have a one-night stand relationship and not to start an ambiguity." Xing-chun's entire life only loves Lu-su. Lu-su secretly thanked Xing-chun for steadfastly loving a stubborn person like her. She pretended to be indifferent, but really hoped the other person would understand her. He was like a powerful light piercing through the dark forest in her heart. "Lu-su, be my girlfriend." Lu-su used a kiss instead of words of agreement. "It's so good that I met you." Xing-chun. On the first day after confirming their love relationship, they both wanted to dress very prominently. Lu-su chose a dress with pink patterns, and Xing-chun looked as handsome as a groom. They passed each other, secretly feeling the other's specialness. Xing-chun called to report to his boss that he no longer had the mind to work. "Girlfriend, I just want a date. Can you hear my heart beating loudly for you?" "Secretary Lu, the time after work can be reserved for me." Just then, Emily called, scheduling Lu-su to confirm the list of guests at the charity auction. Xing-chun didn't dare to ask his boss's schedule, but was allowed to follow her. Arriving to meet Emily, Lu-su praised him for carefully verifying each guest. No wonder Chairman Lu had trusted him for so many years. Emily asked Lu-su, "Do you want to invite Heart's Desire jewelry?" Although General Manager Lin's work was unscrupulous, he had donated a lot of supplies to the orphanage. Before Lu-su could make a decision, Xing-chun refused for her. He told her to take care of herself and not to tolerate others. Xing-chun asked Emily directly, "Do you dare to like Lu-su? If we only have a working relationship, please bless me." In addition, he didn't want that old hooligan to appear around his girlfriend, because even if he donated, it was just to show off in front of the public. "Girlfriend, I can't be with you for 24 hours, so I hope that every decision you make prioritizes making yourself happy first." Emily reported that the chairman was sick, advising the young master to go home to visit his relatives. Lu Su instructed that next time, Secretary Lu was not allowed to follow her to work, but she promised that before making a decision, she would prioritize making herself happy. Returning to visit his father, Xing Chun hesitated to enter the house. Bao Zhou quickly called her son and then excused herself upstairs. She texted to thank her best friend for advising Xing Chun to come home. But the two fathers and sons didn't say a word. Xing Chun remembered that his parents often argued and then divorced when he was little. His mother left, and his father abandoned him to his assistant. Jianhua spoke first, telling his son not to offend his elders. Xing Chun thought that old hooligans like Lin Xiang didn't deserve to be his elders. He looked at his father's graying hair and reminded him to retire early. Instead of tracing him, he could hand over the company to someone capable like Mo Li. Jianhua knew that Assistant Mo was good, but he was still an outsider. Xing Chun advised his father not to be authoritarian because he only wanted to live his own life. Mo Li remembered that when he lost all his relatives, Jianhua sponsored him to study abroad. He trusted and valued him, but still considered him an outsider. Sitting alone drinking alcohol, Mo Li recalled his childhood memories. Friends in the orphanage avoided him. Only Gunyan stepped towards him. She comforted him with a sweet candy and also said, "We don't have to accept fate. Lu Su, I didn't expect you to be Gunyan. Waiting for the weekend." Xing Chun wanted to prepare a surprise for his girlfriend. Meanwhile, Lu Su took advantage of a little time in the morning to finalize the list of charity items with Mo Li. She scheduled to continue with him tomorrow morning because she had promised to be with her boyfriend. She was afraid that he would misunderstand, so she had to lie that she wanted to sleep in. Unexpectedly, Xing Chun happened to pass by and saw Lu Su standing next to Mo Li. He called, but she didn't answer. "Lu Su." After the sky-shattering shout, Xing Chun asked, "Girlfriend, aren't you sleeping in?" Lu Su explained that she was working, but Xing Chun thought that she liked ambiguous relationships. "Lu Su, do you think about my feelings?" Lu Su angrily admitted that she was like what Xing Chun thought. She scheduled for Mo Li to come to General Manager Qin's house tomorrow. "Lu Su, we are in love, right?" Xing Chun, "Do you think you're more important than my work?" Lu Su's slip of the tongue shattered Xing Chun's heart. He needed to calm down, so he didn't chase after her anymore. Back home, Xing Chun cried because his girlfriend didn't love him. She was standing close to Mo Li and also said that he wasn't as important as her work. Shi Yao admired that Lu Su could make the young master cry so much. Xing Chun decided not to talk to Lu Su so that she would have to coax him. But the very next morning, he happily greeted her. Lu Su announced that from now on, she would switch to using environmentally friendly materials. Xing Chun thought he was being hired permanently, but he was fired by the boss. "Lu Su, you dare to take personal revenge for public matters." Xing Chun, "I don't have time to play childish games with you." "Lu Su, did you think of me liking you and loving you were all just a joke?" "Lu Su, have you ever loved me?" Lu Su admitted that she had feelings, but not to the point of loving Xing Chun. "Lu Su, you don't have a heart at all. You just need a dog that comes when called and leaves when chased away." So Xing Chun, let's return to our own paths. Xing Chun helplessly watched the cold back of the person he loved. No matter how many tears he shed, she wouldn't turn back to look at him. At the charity auction, Lu Su remembered that she didn't invite General Manager Lin. Mo Li said that young boss Lu used the name of the Xing Han Group to invite him to attend. Taking the stage to speak, Lu Su shared that she also grew up in an orphanage. So she organized the auction to raise more funds for the orphanage. In addition, she would collect bullet casings and war zones to use as raw materials for the product line. After the launch, she would extract 20% of the profits for orphans. Just then, the screen showed a hot picture of Lu Su and Xing Chun. The reporters rushed to interview, asking if Lu Su was taking advantage of a large corporation and flirting with a young master 9 years younger. Xing Chun unexpectedly appeared, confirming that he had seduced Lu Su first. He stepped onto the stage, revealing that he was still pursuing her. He represented the Xing Han Group in donating a diamond candy for 1 million yuan. Lu Su heard from her assistant that it was a candy bought at a grocery store. Below, General Manager Lin's assistant remembered that his boss had told him to buy items from the Xing Han Group because Xing Chun invited him to come, which meant he was arguing with Lu Su. He had to seize the opportunity to build a close relationship with the Xing Han Group. Sure enough, Heart's Desire Jewelry finalized the purchase of the product. Waiting for her best friend to return, Shi Yao guessed that Lu Su was moved to tears. But Xing Chun was worried that she still wouldn't bother to reply to his messages. Over here, Mo Li came to appease General Manager Lin. He dismissed his assistant and then hurriedly groveled in front of Mo Li. "Did you ask Lin Xiang if he was tired of living? That he released Lu Su's photo?" Lin Xiang didn't dare because Mo Li held evidence that could put him in prison. Knowing that Lu Su had gone to the sea to feed seagulls, Xing Chun proactively came to see her. He said that he deliberately invited Lin Xiang so that he would spend 1 million yuan to buy the fake diamond candy. Lu Su, are you planning to be angry for a lifetime just because I said the wrong thing? Lu Su, can we make up? Lu Su criticized Xing Chun for being childish, only deceiving Lin Xiang to apologize to her. She had prepared for the charity auction for a long time, but he made a mess in front of the media. All her hard work suddenly became a laughing stock for the world. From now on, who would trust her to do charity work? Lu Su, don't go, I'm sorry. I admit that I'm immature, but didn't I just want to make you happier? I poured out my sincere heart. Why do you have to trample on it like that? Xing Chun, we are really not compatible. Xing Chun was unwilling, constantly calling Lu Su's name. Xing Chun, you could be a carefree young master, but I have to make money to support the company and the orphans like me. Xing Chun, I don't want to see you again. Sitting in the dark. Xing Chun remembered Lu Su's story. She said that when she was little, her parents abandoned her in a very remote place. She couldn't forget that it rained very heavily that day. Every time a flash of lightning streaked across the sky, she saw herself alone in the middle of a wide road. Xing Chun was immersed in alcohol, not knowing that Lu Su also had to take tranquilizers. He had just left the bar when she arrived, remembering the past memories. Lu Su. A familiar voice rang out behind Lu Su. She turned her head and saw Xing Chun standing in the rain. Lu Su, can't you admit that you still care about me? Lu Su couldn't resist anymore, so she ran to hold an umbrella for Xing Chun. Without a word of warning, he rushed forward and kissed her passionately. Lu Su, I miss you. I miss you so much I'm going crazy. That kiss blended with the sound of the rain, carrying all the unspoken longing. Xing Chun didn't want to wait another second and carried his lover home. Seeing Xing Chun safe inside the house, Lu Su was about to leave, but he asked her to stay with him for a little longer. Xing Chun remembered that they had known each other for exactly 103 days. He didn't expect things to turn out like this. He had never thought deeply, but only wanted her to be happy and smile more every day. If he could, he would accept being with her like a child. But Xing Chun, I also want to reach the climax. Everyone wants to find a place to lean on, but no one is born to be a harbor. Lu Su, please don't go. Xing Chun held Lu Su tightly in his arms. He used a passionate kiss to hold onto her love. The crazy love in him made it difficult for her to refuse. However, she couldn't lose her mind any further, so she had to stop at the right time. Guessing that Xing Chun would come home to celebrate his birthday, Jianhua personally cooked all his favorite dishes. Xing Chun heard that his father had compensated Lin Xiang 1 million yuan. He apologized for being too rash. Jianhua didn't blame Xing Chun because his son only wanted to vent his anger for the person he loved. Xing Chun choked with tears, mumbling the 3 words. Thank you, Dad. He praised the food as very delicious, also carrying the flavor of childhood. Jianhua told his son to come home often to eat the food he cooked. Meanwhile, Emoli also organized a birthday for the chairman. He remembered that his mother always said his father's name was Jianhua. She was also hit by a car because of him. But when Emoli asked the police to find his father, they confirmed that he had no blood relationship with Jianhua. The next day, Xing Chun officially took power of the Xinghan Group. The shareholders were not convinced. As soon as he took over, he wanted to reform the business model. Xing Chun understood the worries of the seniors, but the times would eliminate the old things. He thought that Xinghan should build a diverse consumption model. The shareholders were worried that it was too risky. Only Mo Li supported young boss Lu because the company shouldn't be afraid and always stay stuck in place. Xing Chun thanked assistant Mo for standing on his side. Mo Li wondered why young boss Lu changed his mind and returned to the corporation. Xing Chun wanted himself to grow up more in order to pursue Lu Su again. Over here, Lu Su received a new product sample. She remembered that Xing Chun named it Deep Sea Tear. Hearing that his son had achieved some success in the new business model, Jianhua was very proud. He believed that Xing Chun had the ability to do everything he wanted, but he was worried that Xing Chun was still young and would have difficulty holding on to an excellent girl like Lu Su. Bao Zhou told her husband to rest assured because she had just helped his son give Lu Su a necklace. Arriving at the company, Jianhua heard Mo Li report that something had just happened at the construction site. The contractor wanted to speed up progress, had forcibly demolished it, causing a civilian to be injured. Jianhua remembered that he had always emphasized that safety must come first during construction. He wanted to go to the construction site to comfort the victim's family, and also told Mo Li to keep it a secret from Xing Chun for the time being. Mo Li acknowledged that the chairman doted on young boss Lu very much. Jianhua said that he only had one son, so he loved him with all his heart. Mo Li excused himself to go down and see the situation at the construction site. He signaled to a masked man and then called the chairman outside. Jianhua had just gotten out of the car when he was hit. Mo Li remembered hearing his mother go to recognize his father. But Jianhua had never considered him a relative. Moreover, his son also stole the only girl who cared about him. So on the day of his mother's death anniversary, he had to reclaim everything. Mom, Jianhua doesn't acknowledge me. He trains me to deal with the aftermath for his useless son. Mom, why do I crave a father? But the DNA test results are not Jianhua's son. If I can't have it, then Xingchen shouldn't monopolize it either. Arriving at the hospital, Baozhou slumped down in front of the emergency room door. Xingchen ran over and questioned why Mo Li hid the construction site incident from him. Seeing Lu Su, Baozhou hugged her best friend tightly. She was very afraid that Jianhua would abandon her. Lu Su reminded Xingchen to let assistant Mo go and treat his injuries because he was bleeding. Xingchen burst into tears, but could only grit his teeth and endure. The doctor came out and called for a family member to sign to transfer the patient to the intensive care unit. Visiting Chairman Lu Su hoped that Xingchen wouldn't break down, because both the chairman and the Xing Han group needed him. She waited outside the door and told him to call her if he needed anything. Dad, you're tired, aren't you? When I was little, I thought you didn't love me. But these past few days, I've been so busy working that my feet haven't touched the ground. I just realized that I blamed you wrongly. I remember that we haven't had a proper conversation in so many years. If you wake up, I promise to seriously take over Xing Han. If you tell me to go east, I will absolutely not go west. I've lost my mother. I can't not have you. Dad, I beg you to wake up soon. All the newspapers reported that the man who caused the accident had turned himself in. He drank alcohol before driving, so he was afraid and fled. Back at the company, Xingchen heard that a total of 86 households had placed deposits on houses, and each household was demanding compensation of 3 million yuan, but the company's cash flow was currently no more than 80 million yuan. Just then, Lu Su came to take Xingchen to the hospital. She knew that he was under a lot of pressure, but everything would be okay. Lu Su, what is your status when you're caring about me? Lu Su admitted that she was very conflicted and hadn't learned how to face the emotions in her heart. But no matter what her status, she wanted to be by his side in the most difficult time. Unexpectedly, just as she finished speaking, Baozhou called to report that Jianhua had passed away. Xingchen dejectedly arrived at the hospital, painfully watching the doctor take his father away. Dad, I'm sorry. Dad, please don't leave me alone. At the funeral, Xingchen's eyes were full of fatigue and despair. Baozhou wore the red dress that her fiancé liked the most. Just then, the press reported that the Xing Han group had financial fraud of tens of billions of yuan. Baozhou gave all her savings to Xingchen to take care of work first. He thought that she could live better with this money, but for Baozhou, the world in front of her had completely collapsed. Lu Su encouraged Xingchen to try his best because his father certainly didn't want to see him break down. Dad, I miss you so much. Xingchen asked Lu Su to lend him a shoulder to lean on. He promised to revive the group and protect his father's lifelong dedication well. After witnessing the pain of loss of Baozhou and Xingchen, Lu Su suddenly became 1,000 times stronger. She accepted the impermanence of life and also learned how to cherish the person in front of her. Over here, Lin Xiang had a recording of Mo Li ordering someone to crash the car into Jianhua. He congratulated Mo Li on seizing real power in the Xing Han group, also hoping that he wouldn't demand to share the money of Heart's Desire jewelry anymore. Unexpectedly, Mo Li made the first move and took Lin Xiang's wife and children abroad. Mo Li said that he had nothing left to lose, so why should he be afraid of being reported to the police? Lin Xiang was scared and went into the bathroom, urging his assistant to quickly find Mo Li's weaknesses. Meeting the households, Xingchen saw that they were very agitated. He remembered Lu Su's teaching that he had to stay calm and avoid the leader and also find the followers. Meeting separately with the person who still had some trust in the group, Xingchen was sure that he wouldn't give up on the project. He was willing to mortgage fixed assets to guarantee to the 86 households. If everyone forced the group to go bankrupt, they would both lose money and no one would build houses. Over here, Lu Su was planning to go comfort her best friend, but she was suddenly attacked. Recognizing that she had met him in the hospital, he was General Manager Lin's assistant. Because she couldn't contact Lu Su, Baozhou quickly reported to everyone. Mo Li implicitly guessed the perpetrator, so he went to find the person first. Xingchen became suspicious and sped off in his car, following Mo Li. Waiting for Mo Li to arrive, the assistant demanded the information of his boss's wife and children. Unexpectedly, Mo Li was so crazy that he killed people without batting an eye. He took off the tape for Lu Su, recognizing her as his Gunyan. Just then, hearing Xingchen's voice, Mo Li held a knife to threaten Lu Su. Xingchen was willing to give all his money in shares, as long as Lu Su was safe. But Mo Li only wanted love. He wanted his mother to love him, wanted the chairman to care about him, wanted Gunyan to love him like when she was little. The assistant woke up, wanting everyone to die together. Xing-chun quickly wrapped the rope around his body so that the container wouldn't fall on his girlfriend. Lu Su, don't be afraid. I'm here. Lu Su asked Mo Li to untie her because Xing-chun was about to not be able to hold on anymore, but he didn't help, and even hit Xing-chun with a stick. Mo Li wanted Lu Su to despair so that she would belong to him forever. Lu Su asked Xing-chun to run away quickly, but he would rather die than let go. Lu Su, I have never said I love you. Xing-chun, I love you. I really love you. Xing-chun used all his last strength to pull the container up a little higher. Mo Li heard the sound of police sirens and hit Xing-chun's hand. He lost the rope and rushed forward to protect the person he loved. On the beach, Lu Su ran to find Xing-chun. Lu Su, the call of the man who always rushed towards her suddenly echoed. Xing-chun was still spreading his arms wide, welcoming Lu Su into his arms. She told herself to cherish the person in front of her in order to fully enjoy every moment of the present. Lu Su, I love you, I love you. If love is a legal gun, when we pull the trigger of the heart, surely the world will be full of the colors of fireworks. So be bold in love, don't ask for the ending, and don't regret it, okay?